Brooms are out here in Colorado as we try to sweep the Miami Marlins here in the NLCS. First 3 games have been all Rockies. Marlins really have not had an answer for us, and we hope that they did not get the answers to the tests. And hopefully they're not cheating. And again, hopefully we close things out and get a nice little week-long rest or even more, facing off whoever it is we're facing off against. Won handedly in game 1, handedly in game 2, handedly in game... a little more of a scare in game 3, but we still picked it up. And we got Bud Leonard on the mound, so that means one of two things. We're either going to get a real good game out of him, or it's going to be a long night. Hopefully it's the real good game. Obviously, you're always wishing that for your players. But again, we shall see. We'll see what they got going, and let's get stuck into it. Postseason baseball here in Colorado, trying to go to the World Series for back-to-back years. 12 2/3 innings pitched from Bud Leonard so far this postseason. 2.84 ERAs. Probably been our best postseason pitcher so far, at least in our starting rotation, over the handful of games that we have played this October. Louis Harrington on deck. Tyler Soderstrom will walk to get to Harrington, and Soderstrom on via the baseline balls. First batter to reach for the Marlins. Grounder to shortstop Tovar. Nice little wrist flick over to Amador, and that will do it. Max Meyer, 1 game so far this postseason. Gave up a few runs in 5 innings pitched. 0-1 record. Hopefully he has a stat line very similar to this when he exits today's game. He will have to face off against Troy Wood and company. Wood, a couple of home runs this postseason. Won't get one here, but he will reach on the air as Monasterio threw it over the head of Harrington at first base. Wood all the way over to second base, and they're lucky he didn't take even more as an E5 to begin our day here in Colorado. Chisholm working now with Wood eventually finding his way at third base, and he's going to come all the way home. Chisholm ropes one over the head of the first baseman. This will get into the quarter. Reed plays it off the bounce, off the wall, and Chisholm in with an RBI double to begin things here. In the first inning, we take a lead. Then Evan Russo, Coors, home run. Russo bullies that pitch, and we're up 3-0, 486 feet from the catcher we acquired at the deadline, and this place is rocking early. They know what's up as we take the lead. It's now, 3-0? Very early on here in the first inning, and Meyer still hasn't gotten that final out yet. He gets it here. Perdomo on to first. Gorman's put away, but not before the damage is done. Again, we throw a crooked number up on the first slot on the scoreboard. It is 3-0. We just took 2 hits to get there, helped by the error. And it is Rockies' lead. In the top of the second, Michael Reed, who has been very good this postseason for Miami, is going to get on an infield single. And to get on base there as Tovar dive, knocks it down. We can't do much with it after that. Benny Montgomery 0-2 count, or excuse me, 0-0 count here in the second. And he lifts off. This one's going to hit the foul pole. Yes, it will. Benny Montgomery goes Coors. Usually, I thought when I first took on this job, that would be a little more exciting. Benny Montgomery hitting a postseason home run in Coors Field. Fortunately, wears a different uniform now, and I will not give him all the energy that I would regardless. Daniel Mateo. Liftoff, center field, a changeup, and just like that, we're tied. Metzger up and watches it go over the wall. And just like that, that first inning we put together, erased as Leonard gives up a pair of home runs, back-to-back jacks, if you will. And Miami on the board, they throw up a 3 spot to counteract the 3 that we scored earlier on. Now it's a tie ball game yet again. Perdomo walks on the high heat. Leonard starting to fall apart a little bit here. Don't love that. 0-2 count on Dominguez. It's going to go for a ball, but then the strike to second base from Russo, gets the runner. And just like that, though, this game is back tied up. And really, this whole crowd has no idea how to feel about it. Domine, leadoff walk. Always a good sign. Usually good things happen with leadoff walks. So hopefully we can get something good to come of ours. And we, so far, no luck. But then a walk with 2 outs. 3-2 count and another walk. So 3 walks in the inning for Max Meyer. Only 2 outs and 13 balls, 11 strikes in this inning until it is Langford who grounds out with the bases loaded. So we flirt with more runs. We flirt with the possibility of putting this thing away early, but alas, we cannot get there. Jazz Chisholm, he's plunked another free base runner for us here to begin the 3rd inning. Nolan Gorman, 8 RBI collected over his last 4 games, and he won't get an RBI here as Chisholm now caught stealing. So we are just mirror matching the Marlins, and we get on and then we get caught. They got on and got caught stealing then an inning, so is what it do be. An 0-2 count on Gorman, and he flicks it to left field. Left fielder going back. Montgomery at the track against the wall. Makes the catch. Great range by Montgomery. Always knew he had the speed and defensive profile to play this outfield. We thought it'd be for us in center field one day, but he's playing the corner for a rival. In the 6th inning, we head all the way across, basically skipping half the game. And that's our first base runner since we checked in that 3rd inning a little bit ago. So Harrington gets on first base after Amador can't quite glove it on the dive. He's had a couple of those plays over the last couple of weeks, couple of games, but can't quite finish the job here in this instance. Brendan Rodgers, 0-2 count. 0 for 2 on the day. I keep thinking that's the count. 0-0 count, and a rocket to center field that Leland Metzger able to put it away, and Colorado's going to bring up Chisholm, then Russo, and then Gorman to start off this bottom of the 6th inning. Hopefully our Tide's turn as well. Thomas White in the game. He pitched against us earlier this postseason, and he did quite well. Can he continue that? Chisholm, 1 for 1, and make it 2 for 2. A couple base hits and a hit by pitch on his day now as Chisholm stands at first base, begin the 6th inning. Then we got some big boppers coming up. And this pitch inside, he just turned on it and just by the diving stretch of Harrington, went under his glove. Couldn't even knock it down. Gorman gets a hanger. This one going to go down the line, and Chisholm can run for a while. Reed into the corner at the 350 sign. He throws it in. Throw to the plate is not in time as Chisholm scores as Gorman drives in the leading run. As we are ahead now 4-3, and Gorman just keeps that pitch bare. He is fired up, rightfully so, our former MVP. And he's had some postseason duds. For the better part of his Rockies career, hasn't been great in the postseason, but he is sure coming up roses here in this October. Tovar strikes out. We move on to the 7th. Leonard has really locked in until he gives up the home run to Reed. This has given a lot of Game 5 against Arizona vibes where things were tied up late and Leonard just couldn't quite keep the lead, and it almost is playing out exactly the same. Gives up a big, deep home run to Mike Reed, who's been killing us this postseason. And Reed watches it fly into the night sky as he goes 445 feet. And we got a tie ball game yet again, and that is going to be it. That is going to call it a day for Bud Leonard. We will see what we get from our bullpen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed. Going to the bullpen, it's going to be Vinny Garcia this time. Garcia, 1 2/3 inning pitched in 2 games played. A 5.40 ERA for Vinny. And let's see what he has in a tie ball game here with the end of the lineup coming up. And Daniel Mateo lift off, and there goes the lead. It was 3-0, then it was 3-3, then it was 4-3, now it's 5-4. As Miami, I think their first lead, no, because we came back in game 2. But their first lead in a while, for the most part, the Rockies have been up and have been up early, have been up often in this series. Not often that we see ourselves behind this Miami team in the 4 games, and right now is one of those moments. And we have 6 outs to play with, 9 outs to play with. Try to get this lead back. Let's see if we can. Just 4 hits from our offense as we are through 6.5 here. Coors Field. Mateo a home run, Reed a home run, and no bueno for the Rockies. Bottom 7, Leland Metzger 0 for 2, and he ropes one into right field. Reed going back. He's keep going, leaping over his head. Touches down. Skips up off against the wall, and that is a leadoff double for Leland Metzger. Again, we talked about him replacing Sterling Thompson in the lineup. More of a defensive guy in there than an offensive guy. And we said anything we got from the stick would be valuable. And with him playing center field the way he is, allowing Jazz to move to third, and then doing what he's done so far, a couple extra base hits, perfect. Mwah. Beautiful. Troy Wood against Lawrence Valencia, who's in, and Wood welcomes him to the ball game. This will touch earth, and this will tie this ball game up. A double at least for Troy Wood as Metzger flies all the way around third, scores easily, and we are tied here in the 7th. Only took 2 batters for us to eliminate that lead, and maybe just 3 batters to take the lead back, hopefully. And Wood has been killing it. We thought he had a really good regular season, having an even better postseason. Brings up Amador, who swings and misses at the cut fastball, and he's down by way of the K. And it brings up Wyatt Langford. 0 for 3 today. We're talking about great in the postseason. It's been him. What can he do against Valencia? First pitch is destroyed. Coors Langford goes yard, and he goes deep. 472, 108 off the bat, the 6th home run. And I think you're looking at your NLCS MVP. Throw the bat, young fella. You deserve it, as that one absolutely demolished. And Langford helps take the lead. A 3-run inning for the Rockies, and we take that lead right back. Russo just ahead of the cutter. He's going to pop it up into foul territory in left field. A fly out. It will go down but the damage is done. Langford, Wood, and company do the damn thing. And we are just a few outs away from moving on to the World Series. They're bringing in Roger Calderon, the Marlboro Man, as we like to call him. And he has not really been too much of a distraction, too much of a sideshow for us. It's been smooth sailing for the most part, and we'll take it. 2 outs, 2-2 count to Harrington, who already has a base hit today, and the 10th pitch of his outing is up the middle for the 2nd base hit for Harrington. Some I spoke a little too soon. Does give up a base runner, complimentary to what we've usually seen from him in the past, and I would love for him to not give up another. That'd be pretty cool. You ask me. Brandon Rogers, old friend of the program, traded to Miami all those seasons ago and has been a fixture in their lineup and at second base for the past few years. Over to his predecessor, I think, right? That's the guy who takes on after you. Ancestor's the guy who was there before you, technically. Predecessor, is that what it is? I think so. I think I did English right. Either way, just 3 outs away. 2 outs later for Miami, and now 3 as Tovar goes down on the circle change. We're going to bring in Duran, and we are going to see how this inning plays out. Joan Duran, play the music. Bring him out. wise words of Jay-Z, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to speak when that barrel's in your mouth. And Juan Duran is a straight shooter. Bullets in his arm. We got Andrew Monasterio, 0 for 3, 3-2, count. And chopped to first base. Out number 1. 2 outs to go. And we are NL pennant champions. Fastball, too late, 103, Reed. Easy pop-up, Tovar there, 2 outs away. This is exact moment that trade we made with Milwaukee is coming to fruition. The pitch to Montgomery. Swing and a miss, and the Rockies are NL champions yet again. We are going back to the postseason, back to the World Series, and we will see who we take on in just a moment. But this team is a wagon, and your 2031 National League champion, Colorado Rockies, back in the big dance for the second straight year. It's been a fun year. It's been such a fun team to follow. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, and we have been soaring this postseason. Swept Atlanta, nail-biter against Arizona, pummeling Miami, and I am truthfully, whether it be Tampa Bay or Los Angeles, not scared of who we have next. Truthfully, I think we have this in the bag. The way this team has been playing, it's hard to see anyone beat us. Obviously, a little bit biased here, but it is what it is. 7 hits given up, mostly for the bottom of the lineup. Reed, Montgomery, Mateo, combining for 5 hits from your 7, 8, 9 guys, but really nothing else from the middle of the lineup. Home run by Montgomery, 2 from Daniel Mateo, and 1 from Michael Reed. Mateo really showing the power in this one. 2 solo shots, so that's fine by me. Max Meyer, 5 innings. 3 runs, none being earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Mixed bag type of day. But then Thomas Waite, a couple runs. Lawrence Valencia, a couple of runs. And overall, this team did well. Only 6 strikeouts for Miami pitching. So better than that we've shown in the past. And most of those coming in the bottom of the lineup. Just 7 hits for us. 2 from Jazz Chisholm. But every hit mattered. Double from Wood, Gorman, Chisholm, Metzger. Home runs from Russo and Langford. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 of our 7 hits today, extra base hits. 2 of those hits home runs. 4 of those hits doubles. We just did damage to pitches, and that's how you're going to win games. 6 strikeouts, 6 in the 3rd innings, 4 earned runs for Bud Leonard. Garcia gave up that home run. Then Calderon shut it down. Duran put the cap on it, and that is it. Your 2031 National League champions, Colorado Rockies. National League champions once again, and we are one knock on the right door away from dynasty territory. American League has still not been claimed yet. The Angels and the Rays are battling for it. Just check out on their series after we sweep Miami. Tampa Bay is 1 win away from doing the same to the Angels. We will get to Sterling Thompson in a moment, and they do. So it's us against Tampa Bay in a week's time. We'll be heading to the newly renovated stadium that they have down there. And most likely we'll have all our pitchers. Everybody should be 100%. Alek Manoah. But we'll get into that team when we get there. Colorado and Tampa Bay, 2 of the newest franchises in major leagues. Colorado looking for their 3rd World Series in 4 years. Can we do it? We'll be back next time to find out.